Greetings and welcome to the Sports Card Ripping Teacher. The official first day students are in the classroom. We've had a wonderful morning so far. Lunch at this time of day, 12:10, an hour and 10 minutes later than the past, 10 years. It has not been easy on me, so I am pretty hungry. I forget what I was talking about the intro, but I had a question from Mark's Cards Reviews and Predictions. I think it's 22. He asked a question yesterday. Who are your favorite players that played for the Packers and the Bears? And right away, three names came to mind. You can probably maybe think of two of them right away. Jim McMahon. I think that story is really cool where he won a Super Bowl with the Packers as well. Never played because Brett Favre was there, but he wore his Bears sweatshirt to the White House because when the Bears were supposed to go, that was during the Challenger spacecraft, so they never got to go. McMahon asked everyone if he could do it. They said, of course you can. So I think that was a really cool moment. Steve McMichael, kind of think of Ron Santo. He played 1 year with the White Sox at the end. Mongo played 1 year with the Packers. I think he played decently, maybe a few injuries, but definitely at the end of his career. And Josh Sitton. I remember as maybe coming the same year. Josh Sitton and TJ Lang, Packers offensive lineman, left. And I called both of them Benedict Sitton and Benedict Lang for leaving. But we all know the Packers, they don't keep their offensive linemen around for very long, so probably that was unfair. So I had to dig a little bit deeper. And Julius Peppers came up. I mean, he was a really good player for both. I forget who it was in that interception, that NFC Championship game. He told them, down the ball, down the ball. No, they should have ran for a touchdown. There was no one in their way that would have sent the Packers a Super Bowl. But the heat of the moment, I get it. So I really don't blame Julius Peppers, Hall of Famer. Another one, Martellus Bennett. He was a very productive player for the Bears. And, living here in the Chicagoland area, I hear a lot of the sports talk radio for the Bears. I knew he was a weird dude, but when he got to Green Bay for 7 games, Marty Saurus Rex, he was kind of a weirdo. He was way out there, so the Packers were glad to see him gone, probably about halfway through the season. But I think my favorite, though, is probably the big dog, Marcedes Lewis. The ageless Marcedes Lewis. He might still be playing this year even, but the big dog knew how to get open for those 1-yard touchdowns and definitely a leader in the clubhouse. So my official answer is going to be big dog, Marcedes Lewis, Jim McMahon, number 2. So make sure you go and check out Mark's Cards, Reviews, and Predictions. Looking forward to the football season for his predictions for entertainment use only. And this can maybe be a segment. If you have a question for me, ask and maybe I'll answer it during a video. All right, class is in session. Today's Thursday, August 13th, 2026. Lesson number 1 of the year goes out to, I asked ChatGPT who had the best night yesterday. That's right, Alex Bregman for the Chicago Cubs. 3 for 3, 3 runs scored, 7 RBIs, 3 home runs, and 2 walks. Watch out for the Cubs and Alex Bregman. In 1989, Payne Stewart won the PGA Championship, his first of 3 majors. One of my favorite golfers. Sadly, he did pass away. It was in October of back in 2002, I want to say somewhere around there, 2000, somewhere around there, in a plane crash. But I miss having the major championships this late in the year. There should be a golf major that's a little bit later in the calendar year. And in 1912, that guy right there, Ben Hogan, was born. Let's take a look at my favorite pickups from the National. All right, we're back. So with this year's National, folks, I wanted to make some little bigger purchases, trades, whatever you want to call it. So I had some of my downtowns with me, and the one card that I didn't get was a Packer downtown. So I traded pretty much any one of mine for a Packer downtown. Just didn't see the right one or right grade, right whatever. So that'll be for next year. But I did take my Derrick Henry, Don Russ downtown from earlier this school year, and the Ramondre Stevenson. What's the other guy, the Patriots? Old guy, Cameron Dream, Cardman Mark, help me out. It'll come to me sooner or later. I took his Uptown, and I traded it for 2 cards, same dealer, obviously, and they gave me $50. So one of the cards I've been looking at is something with Charles Woodson in a Green Bay Packer uniform. Henderson, what's the first name now? Oh, geez, Louise, I gotta research some of these things, folks. We're just on. I mean, it's a full day of first full morning of school here. But anyways, Charles Woodson on card autograph. Charles Woodson touched this card, and I do believe that's the play he injured himself on in the Super Bowl. We got the camo pink, the Super Bowl logo right over there, playing the Steelers Super Bowl logo, and this one is 15 out of 15. Charles Woodson, I love it. I love the card. Gonna put that one right over here. And my favorite one, obviously, again, this was all part of the trade, and they gave me $50. Look right here, folks. On card Brett Favre autograph, 1 out of 75. Retro Rookies SP. Look at this thing right here. This is just beautiful. And again, same thing. Brett Favre touched this card right over here. Look at that. Oh, man. Yes, congratulations to me for sure. I was so happy. So I made this a day one deal, I think. Looking for the right person. You know, they were not buying, but they were trading, I guess. So I was like, you know, I like to trade cards. What's the value? And when they said and $50, I stuck out my hand right there. TreVeyon Henderson, folks. That's the name of it. But I was so happy with these 2 pickups. Brett Favre, my all-time favorite football player, and Charles Woodson, a guy that I just respected so much, even being a Michigan man. And when he was a Green Bay Packer, I was so happy. And just the leader that he was is a card that I definitely have to have. So 2 that are never going to leave my collection. I have some more downtowns left. I wouldn't mind trading them at some point for those Packer downtowns, but that right there, folks, is what it's all about. Class is dismissed.